welcome back to the Sifra channel. Today I'll be showing you guys how to make a classic Yemeni dip called حامضة. حامضة literally translates to the sour, which makes no sense, but it's basically whipped fenugreek that is mixed with very few ingredients and can be used to dip with fresh vegetables like cucumbers and lettuce, or combined with other Yemeni classics like zahawik and luhuh, all of which I have recipes for on my channel already, so you can check them out. All right, so let's get started with this quick dip. Now the first step in making حامضة is soaking our fenugreek. I'm using about a cup of warm water between 100 and 110 degrees Fahrenheit, and then I'm going to carefully sprinkle on my 1 tablespoon of ground fenugreek. Now notice how I'm just sprinkling it kind of like evenly over the top. I'm not going to mix it in. I'm just gonna leave it. It's going to start absorbing that water and it will gradually sink down to the bottom of your bowl. Now leave it aside at room temperature for about an hour. It'll do its thing. Don't mess with it. Don't mix it. It's perfect the way it is. So about an hour has gone by, and as you can see, all the fenugreek has gone down to the bottom of the bowl and it kind of looks cloudy, which is fine. Now what we want to do is separate the water from the fenugreek, and it's super easy. All you have to do is kind of tip your bowl and spill the water out. It's okay if there seems like there's a teaspoon or so left. It's completely fine, and it'll look kind of thick and gloopy, just like this. Now the measurements for this are really important, so I'm going to include everything in the link down below. So now I'm adding 1/4 of a cup of just room temperature water, and I'm going to dissolve my sugar in this. You want to make sure that you're mixing it well and try and get it to a point where all of your sugar granules are basically completely dissolved in the water. Okay, so now that the sugar is dissolved, I'm adding my cumin, ground coriander, a little bit of salt, and most importantly, my red wine vinegar. Now, red vinegar is best for this recipe. If you don't have any red vinegar, then my next choice would be apple cider vinegar. If you don't have that, then my third choice would be regular distilled vinegar. But honestly, the red vinegar is the best, so I highly suggest you make sure that you get that. Now give all of that a nice mix, and then we can add our fenugreek, which we've poured the water out of. So I'm just going to make sure I get every single drop. It's lahwata, so now we say lahwating. Okay, I'm just kidding. My mom gets upset when I say that. Anyways, so make sure that you mix that in and then use a whisk to beat this vigorously. Back in the day, our grandmothers would use their hand to literally beat this back and forth, and it would take forever. But we now have other options, guys. So you want to whip it until it is nice and fluffy. This will take some time, but just be patient and don't make a mess. And I'm going to start off with low speed and then work my way up to higher speed. And as you can see, this really quickly fluffs up and it almost looks like a nice thick meringue, or like what's another good comparison? I don't know, like a really nice fluffy batter. And this is exactly the consistency you're looking for. And that's it. It's super simple, comes together really quick, and there's not much to it. It took me a while to get the measurements perfect, but luckily I had an aunt who was really good at making it, and she taught me exactly how to do it. And so with you, give it a shot with my measurements first and see how you like it. You may like less sweetness, more saltiness. You may like a little bit more vinegar. It's really versatile and it's easy to mess around with the ingredients. So don't hesitate to kind of try different things. And that's it. So the traditional way my family likes to serve حلبة حامضة is with some zahawik and luhuh. Now I have separate videos with complete instructions and measurements for the zahawik, which is this tomato salsa, and the luhuh, which is a Yemeni crepe. Kind of looks like injera bread, but it's savory. So what I like to do is rip a piece of luhuh and just dip it in and enjoy. It is absolutely delicious. We also sometimes add some merek, which is either chicken or lamb broth. Tastes delicious. And then finally, we always have some fresh vegetables. So either trimmed cucumbers, lettuce, radishes, carrots, so many options. So I hope you enjoyed this very simple video. If you have any questions, please comment below.